Hello, everyone, and welcome to ATL Falcons UK. A bit of a late show considering we played a week ago now, but this week we are joined by Liam, Christian, and Mark. So we'll get the show going, boys. Thank you for coming on. What did you think about the last game?
He wants to go first. We won, man. We won. I'll go first. Yeah, I thought it was much better overall than we have been in previous weeks. I think it was probably our best performance of the season. I'd say we're slightly better than we were against the Vikings, just because we were, apart from the run game, but the passing game was pretty good. Julio, like he was having a great time out there compared to early on in the season. He just couldn't handle him. Whether he's got a new lease of life this season, he's going to kick on now, hopefully.
Yeah,
he looks a little flat. Obviously, he's had some injuries. He looks a little flat earlier on in the season, and we do. If anyone's going to drag us out of a hole, it's probably him. The last couple of weeks, I've sort of been more positive about Gurley and the run game in general, but it wasn't good this week. I think Gurley ended up with, I don't know, he averaged something like 2.3 yards per carry or something like that.
Yeah. Are you at the same stage as where I am at now? And I don't care how pretty or ugly we play. I just want to win some games. Like earlier on, you kind of want everything to fall in together. But at this stage, I'm just not arsed now. I just want to win some games and get some wins on the board. Whereas earlier on in the season, I wanted a good run game. I wanted a good pass game. And now, get a point anyway you can. I don't care.
Yeah. I'm kind of at the point now where, to be honest, in terms of the season, we're not going to make the playoffs. But I don't care if we lose every game from now on, as long as we beat the Saints. I'll take every other game as a loss, but I just want to beat the Saints, at least once, beat the Saints.
To be fair, it's pretty likely considering how we normally perform. Even though we were in a rut last year, that was the game that turned us around, wasn't it? So you never know. You never know at all.
Tend to always get one result against them, so I think hopefully we'll win at least one. Is it our first game back again after the bye? Same again. So hopefully, I don't know if that's home or away, but obviously it don't make much difference at the moment.
No.
But hopefully, yeah, like you said, hopefully we pick at least one win up. But I'd love to beat the Bucks as well. And I think it's just because of all the hype they've had, but they've actually performing, so it's made it even sort of worse. But hopefully, if we get one result against them as well. But
I think we've beaten the Bucks in the backyard for the past 2 or 3 years. If memory serves anyway, because I remember
last year, didn't we, in overtime? That was last year of the season, wasn't it?
This is a very different Bucks than what we're used to.
Yeah.
And also, with every fibre of my being, I love to see a sad Tom Brady. I've never hated a sports person as much as I hate that man in my life. And I do you see, it's a real double-edged sword, right? Because I think we're in a position where we're not going to, unless the Saints capitulate, we're not going to catch the wild card spot. I wouldn't have thought so anyway.
No.
So actually, all we're doing, and this is because I was thinking about this during the week. Even if we win out now, the Bucks and the Saints are probably still going to finish above us. So it's like, as much as I hate Tom Brady, and as much as I hate old noodle arm down the road as well, who can't throw past 10 yards, I do, but then I just think we're just going to end up with another shite draft pick. Yeah. So it's like, yeah, I want to win, but it's just, it's kind of like new GM comes in, new head coach, and we're going to have a shite pick.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I'm really in limbo at the minute, because I want to see us beat everybody, but at the same time, I just think, well, it's not really going to get us anywhere. Everyone's written us off anyway. So I don't know if I've got it in us to really want to win that much. I know that sounds really weird, but I don't
Do you
know.
actually think we'll win? If you actually think we'll win, I still can't see us winning. What we are now, 2 wins. I can't see us winning past 5 games personally. And
Well,
because you're looking at the Broncos this week, but then you got the Chiefs, the Bucks twice, and the Saints, and obviously I'd love to beat the Saints,
listen,
but still can't.
if you listen to Twitter, Raheem's only 2-1, which is like the most horse shit argument I've ever heard. Because it's like, yeah, but we've played some pish teams. We've got another pish team coming up. So, like, and the thing of it is, even though they're pish, we've still actually got a chance of playing shit again and losing.
Yeah.
So, like, I think we've really all got to kind of be realistic about this. And do you know, if we win out and we still don't hit the wild card, fine. Am I going to be disappointed? Of course I'm not, because you know I love seeing us win. But it's it just feels at the minute there's this weird sense of optimism about Raheem, and I'm standing to it. He's not the guy. Like I really, really am. But I don't know. I don't know what you guys think about that. But I've seen an improvement, but it was an improvement on like really shit.
Yeah.
So I just don't see what I don't think there's. I think the hype is ill deserved.
Yeah. I see. Go on, Christian. You look like you were holding.
I think we're in an impossible position because Raheem obviously doesn't want to tank because he's got a chance of being the head coach next year.
Yeah.
They're gonna try and win as many games as possible. So it's not like they're gonna sit Matt Ryan, sit Julio, sit Grady J even. So they're just gonna go for it. But can we realistically say between us that we're gonna beat the Chiefs, we're gonna beat the Saints twice, we're gonna beat the Bucks twice? Even if the Bucks have already made the playoffs by week 17 and they could sit all the starters.
Oh,
they'll probably still give us a game. That's the problem.
I think the concerning thing for me as well is if we start going like balls to the wall for literally no return, and we end up with an injury to Ridley, an injury to Grady. Like, you kind of sit there and go, wow, what on earth was the point? And actually, the only thing that the point was is, well, Raheem wants the job.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That's a sporting decision, that, though. Does he prioritise his own career or does he prioritise the Falcons that he's worked for all these years?
Yeah.
And that's a proper moral dilemma. Like,
it's tough. I mean, for me, this sounds negative, but I can't see on what play we beat the Bucks because I mean, if you look at that receiver trio now with the addition of Brown, and you look at our secondary against some much. I know we did okay against Panthers.
Yeah,
I think you're absolutely right, Liam. But I do think as well that it will be because of the failing of our secondary. No, I like the weapons the Bucks have got, but I've got Mike Evans in a fantasy league, and I can't remember him doing a Devontae Adams at any point in the season. I don't think any of them have. Leonard Fournette, and Rojo, they're kind of like they're doing enough, and they did a great job against Green Bay. Like I don't like to give Tom Brady credit, but you got to fucking tip the hat to them every now and again. But I think they're just they're lucky because our division's awful. Let's face it, right? So the Saints are on the way down. We're on the way down. Carolina are where they usually are, and it's kind of like, well, look, that's 6 games they're already probably going to get. And I don't know. I'm not convinced by them. I'm not convinced by them at all. I think they're the best of a bad bunch. Is my opinion.
To be honest,
Antonio Brown is
We'll just say he's an insurance policy in the event Evans or Chris Godwin catches COVID or gets injured later in the season.
Godwin's been out for a while, I think, isn't he?
Yeah, I don't know what they're going to get out of Brown, but if he gets anywhere near what he can do, he's just an incredible weapon for them to just bring in at this point in the season, especially when you've got Mr. Consistent Brady. Brady's not going to do anything special in terms of the way he operates. He's not a Lamar Jackson or a Mahomes, but all he needs to do is be efficient for the rest of the season. And with them receivers and with the defense playing the way they are, and that's probably, for me, that's the best part of the Bucs this season. Defense has really stepped up. Yeah. Some players that were sort of maybe looking to offload at one point, some of the corners did much improve this season. I don't know whether it's the offense helping them out by being on, I don't know, but yeah, they do look a lot better. Or just in general, it's still the Bucs. They could still flop, but
I think the defenses have been key, though, haven't they?
Yeah.
So that defense that they've built down there, that's kind of been the thing that's been the difference. Whereas actually, it's been the difference for us, but just in the other way.
Yeah. Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, even if we had a average defense this season, we would have won half of the games that we ended up buckling late on. And it's annoying because the players that we have are above average, but the way that they've been performing and it is just well below par, completely below par. I'm not saying everyone on our defense is like top player, but there's people I'd keep for next season without a doubt. And that.
Oh yeah.
Case. But
we're not in fire sale territory.
No.
You know what I mean?
I feel like it'd be one of them seasons where you look at the end of the year and we say we finished on like 6 for 10 or 7. They'd look back at it and think them 3 wins that should be wins.
Yeah.
It's taken us into the playoffs, and I think it's more frustrating because it's not like we should have won them, like without a doubt. There's no fail. Get on fireworks again. Like we literally should have won them games, and it's more frustrating. But then I've looked at it like if we win on, obviously we're not going to get the playoffs at all, but if we win the next game and then the Bucs end up beating the Saints, our first game back is the Saints, and then you might only be 1 win behind them. And I think only there'll be 1 from our division.
But does that not give you a little bit of hope in you, though? Does that not give you a tiny little glimmer of hope?
Before the Lions game, if we won that Lions game, I think it would have given everyone that glimmer of hope, and that just absolutely killed everyone off, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think it because at the minute, if you stop the season now, the Saints would be in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And I mean, like I said, I mean, their record is a lot more flattering than I think it deserves to be.
Yeah.
So, I mean, does it give us a glimmer of hope, Cal? Probably not, if I'm 100% honest. But also, I'm an emotional fan, so. Like I sit here and go, oh, maybe we should just fuck it off, get the draft pick. But I know come game day, I'll be like, let's fucking get into them. So, yeah.
I mean, I think the Saints, though, are only going to get better because if Thomas comes back, yes, Breeze can't throw a ball further than 10 yards, but Michael Thomas doesn't run further than 10 yards, so it's perfect. So they're just going to get, if they can get back, link up again and get that efficiency, it's nothing groundbreaking what them two do, but it's efficient, moves the chains, and that's how they kind of did it last season. They'll probably just go back to that again. Yeah. And he's just very good at his short slant routes. He just gets some good separation. He's got great hands, so they can just keep doing it and doing it and doing it.
Yeah, yeah.
Does everyone think? Oh, go on, Mark.
I was just going to say, yeah, but I mean it's true. But we done them over last season, so towards the end of the season, so, And if I remember rightly, they didn't even score a touchdown that game. So
no, and I do think we can beat them again. It's just I do think they'll start picking up more wins overall, the Saints, than But we still got to get ourselves up for that game, and I'm sure we will. We absolutely will. But I don't think those games are going to matter in the season as a whole, other than the fact that we just really want to beat them.
I think you'll get. Well, sorry about that. I think the Saints have got, a bit of an easy run by the Buccaneers and the Chiefs in week 15, I believe. They've got to play the Broncos. They've got to play a depleted 49ers team. They've got to play us, and they'll probably win one of them, at least realistically.
Yeah.
They've got the Eagles, who are firing on all cylinders.
No.
They've got the Vikings, who are underperforming. And what shape are the Panthers going to be by week 17?
Yeah,
saying that,
compared to our matchups, that's literally a walk in the park. But that's what the start of our season's been like, and we've not done it. So you've just got to hope that some teams can pull some out of the bag. But on paper, it does seem very unlikely, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Go to the NFC West. Do you think they'll get 3 teams? I think 3 will qualify.
2 for me, I reckon. I don't like the Rams. I really don't like the Rams.
Yeah, same.
So yes,
they really ruined their franchise by paying Goff.
Yeah,
I mean, do you think where do you think the extra team's going to come from then? If you had 2,
so I think if it was finished today, it was the Saints, Eagles, Bucks, Seahawks,
yeah,
Cardinals,
Packers, and Rams.
The Rams are going to be 7th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only team that I can see challenging them is the Bears, but
they're awful offensively.
But it's either the Rams or the Bears. The 49ers, their injuries are holy shit.
Yeah,
They are
49ers one of them votes.
They are. They're still 4-4, I think.
Yeah. What we all thinking about the Cardinals though? Are we keeping them up where they are at the minute? Because I mean, I don't mind the Cardinals to be fair, but
I like the Cardinals. I like Kyler.
If there's one team that I'd want to get to the Super Bowl, apart from us, I think it would be them on our side without a doubt. I think if it gets to the playoffs and we're probably not going to be there, I'll probably root for them for the rest of the season.
Yeah. Seahawks for me.
Oof. Even after them absolutely dicking us, or is that not?
100%. Because the thing with it is, and I said this to you the first time I came on, was that like Russell Wilson's one of the only quarterbacks that can carry a dead last defense.
Yeah, very true.
What is it, like 5-1, 6-1?
Something like that.
It's different gravy. And I think a Seahawks Chiefs Super Bowl would be like an absolute gunfight.
Yeah, it would.
So,
I'd take that.
If we move on to Tack.
Yeah.
I think Christian had a bit of a. Did you say you had a rant on him? So you can start off with that if you want.
I think
come on, Lou, we've been waiting for this.
A massive dick, in all honesty, Tack. I mean, we gave him an opportunity when we drafted him. We traded up for him. We could have just stayed put. We wouldn't have give up a 3rd rounder, I believe, and there was another pick as well. I can't remember what that was, but we gave him an opportunity. He was going to be he had the chance to be our franchise pass rusher, really. But he's been injury prone this year, and as much as he can get pressure, he cannot finish off plays to save his life. He's always among the league leaders in pressures, but he's among the worst in getting sacks for starters, like starting DNs. Yeah. So I think we just need cut loose in the off-season.
I'd be interested to find out whether what he posted on his tweets was true in regards to us turning down, was it a 2nd-round pick that he said for him?
Yeah.
That seems, it seems
nobody
a bit far-fetched. Right. I mean,
nobody's offering it. Nobody. I mean, if he said a 4th-round pick, I could buy it, but not a 2nd round.
And then he said this off-season we turned down 5th and 6th round picks for him.
That's more believable.
Needs to feature more often.
I think the 5th and 6th is more believable, but I still think that's probably overvaluing him. Well, in a contract year, knowing everybody knows that he's going, and he's and that, and it's like what?
Sorry, lads, carry on.
Not a promo for the video. It's fine.
I don't think we even got offers for 5th and 6th this year. I don't think anyone would offer 2
No.
So even though like the 5th and 6th, no one offered that for him this year. I just can't see it.
I can't see why you'd do it when
8 games left.
Point.
Plus he's injured. He's not like he keeps getting injured. He's not going to make much difference to any teams. If he goes there and he gets injured again, absolute waste.
I've
He's
never
probably
seen
got an injured finger now.
Yeah. I've never seen a player insult themselves in a tweet as well, saying, "Why have they turned this down? I've only ever got 17.5 sacks in my career." It's like, why are you trying to devalue yourself? And I can't get my head around
He's
it.
been doing it for a while, hasn't he? I've seen I can't remember what he put in his Twitter bio or something like.
Crazy.
He put something like nearly sacking the quarterback on a regular basis or something like that.
But what's that mentality all about? Like, surely you've got to try and say, right, I'm going to get better, not be like, make that a thing.
He's just a helmet.
Yeah.
He's just a massive helmet. And I said it earlier on the week, I think it has got something to do with poor coaching. Because ultimately, coaches have got to help develop these players on the field and as young blokes. Do you know what I mean? And he's obviously an immature kid. I think that's quite obvious. And look, you see them around the NFL all the time. Zeke's a great example.
Yeah.
And we should be actually thankful that Dimitrov didn't pay him like he paid Vic. There's little things like that where I go, actually, is it a blessing in disguise? He's just proved he's a massive helmet.
Yeah.
Off you pop, son. He's been far too vocal, I think, since he arrived. And like your man said, just cut loose.
Yeah.
He was the plot when we
The
didn't.
thing about Vic is he got 15.5 sacks in 2016. Tack has 17.5 in his career. So Vic Beasley, who's just been cut by the Titans, as we all know, just so they could save a bit of money, has near enough the same amount of sacks Tack McKinley has in 4 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. And I mean, so when we didn't pick up his 5th year, I don't understand why he took it so hard. Like it was some kind of guarantee that we were going to do that, and we had every right to say we don't fancy it. And then he's obviously you still get you still get another year to prove yourself. And if he'd gone out there, I know he's been injured, but if he'd gone out there and done it,
but that's another reason. Like you just said, he's been injured. Like, what team can keep offering someone a contract of any amount of money for a player that's only going to play a couple of games a year? It's pointless. Even if he had performed, it's still a risky offer because he's clearly very injury prone. It's not like one-offs here and there, is it? He misses massive chunks of seasons, so it's no big loss to me. It's no big loss.
I don't buy the 5th option either. I don't buy that as being an argument being disappointing because look at Kyle Fuller. His 5th year option was declined by the Bears a few years back. He had a great season and then got the transition tag, and then he got a big contract.
Yeah, you can do it if you just perform. You just got to prove yourself, and he's gone rather than thinking, right, that's it. Now I'm going to knuckle down. I'm going to show him what I can do. He's just thrown his toys out of the pram, hasn't he?
It's a mindset thing, isn't it? Like if you get declined, you should be like, you should be even more buzzing that, like not buzzing, but like. So much like I've got to prove myself. This is a year I need a contract at the end of it, either whether it's in Atlanta or anywhere in the NFL. But he's obviously not showing up, so he'll go to a team and get paid. Well,
these are see his reaction and be like, "I don't want this crown."
No,
we didn't have very many draft picks last year as well, did we? So ultimately, Dimitriov's probably and Quinn's probably looking at it and going, "Well, look, let's decline his 5th year option, keep Tack." And hopefully, this will be his year. They had to roll, they rolled the dice on him, and they probably didn't have much better options on the face of it, I guess.
No.
I don't Jesus Christ, Juju Smith-Schuster's 5-year option the 4th-year option got declined this season. Yeah. So, but you haven't seen, and that's the difference. Is if you look at the Steelers. Coaching, they've always got it's always kind of next man up. Do you know what I mean? So even if Juju was to go tomorrow, they'll have someone else to just jump into that role and then they'll manage it up. But that's not the culture that we had. Get down. That's not the culture that we had. He's trying to eat my dinner. Fuck off. And that's not the culture that Dan Quinn had. And I think we've already kind of learned that, haven't we? Like, you know, there's people who said Raheem makes it a bit more uncomfortable. You know, if you do something wrong in training, you get called out for it.
Yeah.
And I think that's a difference. You know, it's you know, it's ultimately a franchise problem that Dan Quinn's instilled, and we've got to get it out. So,
well,
don't think it's beyond the realms of imagination, I guess.
No. Well, Morris is making all right leeway with it, to be fair, because he's come out directly in a press conference, hasn't he, and said that it's in a mindset and he needs to fix it up and he needs to take responsibility for his actions. So, obviously, I know that's the generic thing that you'd want anyone to say, but he's still come out and said it, and that's tack basically done for the season now. Realistically, I can't see it. There's no way you're going to dig yourself out of that rut now. I don't think it'd be pretty.
Does anyone think he'll get another contract? Like what Vic Beasley got as an example.
Yeah.
Does anyone think he's going to get a second contract? Because it's obviously not going to be in Atlanta. But do you think after this fiasco, anyone's going to offer him a contract?
I think he will a bit. I don't think they'll be jumping to get him, but I think somebody will just take him.
He'll go to Jags or something.
Yeah, well,
it'll go somewhere nondescript.
Wherever he goes, it'll be a prove-it deal anyway, won't it? It'll literally be on a couple of mil here or there, no cap space for them or anything like that.
And to be honest, he's not the first. Nowhere near the first, young player that's been acting up in the NFL. There's so many that are rookies, early year guys. There's a lot. There's even experienced veterans that are still doing it.
Yeah.
Well, Earl Thomas, for example, but you got. Someone will think, well, we've had loads of these lads who are just got this attitude, but they managed to win them round, and this is just another one they can pick up and coach.
Yeah, well, it's a mentality, like you said, isn't it? It's a thinking they've made it just because they're in the NFL. But yeah, playing in the NFL is one achievement, but surely when you're a kid in college playing football, you want success, not just to hit the NFL and then be all right with it. Then again, even a low contract sorts your family out for forever. So it depends what you're playing for. You're playing for the sport or you're playing for finance.
These lads, they've been playing football their entire life. It's like, why would you get to 21, 22, whatever, and then go, oh, I've done what I need to do now. I'm just going to milk, I'm just going to milk what I've got. Surely they've got motivation at that age to go and make a name for themselves.
Yeah, you'd think so, wouldn't you? Sorry, I'm just getting distracted by Mark's dogs again.
So what does everyone... Moving on to the next game against the Broncos, what does everyone think? Obviously, we've only got 6 minutes left, so we'll get... I personally think we'll beat them. But it's like, they came back the other day, didn't they? So it's just like, fuck's sake. Just don't let that happen again.
I think win, but pointless win. Like you said, I want us to win because I want my team to win, but it's not achieving us anything unless everybody else absolutely crashed and burned, which is impossible now, basically. So,
I mean, Drew Lock has been pretty bad overall this season. I mean, he was electric in the comeback, but other than that, I think I'm pretty sure he's still got more interceptions than he has touchdowns so far this year.
Yeah.
I think he's had multiple 0 touchdowns with 2 or 3 interception games where he's just been throwing all sorts of rubbish.
Yeah.
They've still got a decent defense. There's some players that would worry me on there, and they've got obviously 2 running backs which can both threaten us. Yeah. So they might go heavy on the run game and try and go that direction, but it's a very, very winnable game.
Oh, it is. Yeah. But we've said that about every game, haven't we? So, Christian, what are you backing?
I think the Falcons will win, but I don't think it'll be a blowout win. I don't mind the Steelers. I think they're better than what you think. Lynn pointed about Drew Lock's struggles, but they've played some really good teams and kept it close. They lost to the Steelers by 1 possession. They lost to the Titans by 1 possession. They got blew out by the Chiefs, but how many teams get blown out by
Exactly, yeah. They've won 3 of the last 4.
Yeah.
They're an okay team, and plus they're missing the best player in Von Miller. But I think we'll win.
I'll take it. But like you said, if they're only doing it by one play, that's where we crash and burn.
That's what I can't deal with. I can't deal with that again this Sunday. Like we won last Thursday, chilled out week. We're in lockdown, nothing to do. I can't be pissed off on Sunday again.
No.
It's like if we was gonna lose, like we might lose by 15 or 20, and it's probably annoying because we're like, oh, we got battered, but then it's like at least we've not breaking more NFL records, but not in a good way.
I don't think Drew Lock's going to run us over with any great performance and stretch out. So I think if it's going to be a blowout show, I think it would be our way.
Yeah.
But the likelihood is it's probably going to be a fairly tight game.
I think if we went back to the Panthers game, the pressure we put on, like on especially third and down, that's the most like brutal I've seen us. Like obviously our secondary, like me and Danny commented on the secondary throughout the game, we were still pissed off because it was still shit. But overall, the front line, linebackers, etc., was the pressure they put on was so much better. And I think if we do that to these, don't give them as much time. Hopefully, the secondary don't have to, like, they're not getting battered every play.
Yeah.
We've been blitzing linebackers and safeties fairly often, and that's been quite effective for us.
Yeah. I just want a bit of excitement again, to be honest with you.
I think we're going to smash them.
Go on, mate. I'll take it.
42-24.
Okay.
42? Okay.
Would not put money on it, but okay. We will come back and
No, I wouldn't put money on it either if I were you. Like, but, no, I don't know. I just think, like, as much as I'm trying to battle back the negativity, I'm still a thoroughbred optimist at heart. And I think that we're seeing a much stronger defensive display last week. And I know it was only the Panthers, I know that. But, you know, if you, like I say, I think it's time to just go, well, might as well keep the optimism going, because really, apart from what we've got game week to game week, we haven't got anything else to look forward to.
No.
So, and I think, you know, if Ridley plays, which I'd prefer that he didn't, if he's not 100%, then, you know, I think we proved last week that we can. Sorry about this. I think we proved last week that we can kind of dog out a game again.
Yeah.
So, you know, fingers crossed. That's my prediction anyway, and I'm sticking to it.
I've only got like 1 minute 50 now, but I think at the end of the thing, Dan Quinn's gone, and that's what everyone wanted. I think even if we end up with a bit slightly higher draft pick, at least it's we wanted a new GM and we wanted a new head coach. So I think next season, even if it's like another 16th round pick or 15th, at least it's someone else doing it, so they might have a different view on.
Yeah.
Things have got to change, and I think people have just got to be like, I just want to win every game. Like, even if we didn't get in the playoffs, we won every game. At least you show it willing. I don't think we will at all, but
there's some early guys though.
Change.
In that draft,
People wanted change, and that's what we got to think. Enjoy the rest of the season as you can, and then take it as you do. We've got a new head coach coming in, new GM, and then don't think you can go wrong if that's
we win the Super Bowl in our first season with them, so nothing to worry about. Right, lads. I think we'll wrap it up for this week. I'm not too sure when we're going to do our next show, actually, but we'll at least we'll have a game to talk about again. I feel like we did this a little bit too late, but thank you all for coming on, and thank you everyone for watching again. Next week we are actually filming with an ex-Falcons player, so we'll tweet about that in a little while.
Nice.
And drop it. So we might get some guests on if we have the opportunity to do so, if we have time and stuff. So yeah, thank you all for coming on, and thank you everyone for watching. Cheers, lads.
Cheers.
Cheers.